Oh Lord, pull up in that '04, pedal to the metal, says she wanna hit the flow more.
Okay, I have been telling you forever the Atlanta Falcons should get Justin Fields, but I've also been telling you that they're going to lose their minds and get Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, the tight end, instead of Justin Fields, the franchise quarterback, with that fourth pick overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. And that's exactly what the Atlanta Falcons did. And I'll tell you what. For the next few years, for the next few decades, people are going to look back at the 2021 draft when the Falcons used that fourth pick to get a tight end instead of a franchise quarterback. They're going to look back and say that this was one of the most boneheaded decisions in the history of the National Football League. Now, the Atlanta Falcons have been around since 1966, and they've made a lot of boneheaded decisions. So what I'm about to say here, this is pretty significant, all right? If nothing else, this Kyle Pitts thing over Justin Fields, this is going to rank as 1A or 1B, the worst decision in the history of the Atlanta Falcons. And that's saying an awful lot. I mean, it's right up there with the Brett Favre thing back in 1991. And I'll get to that in a minute. All right. So, essentially what the Falcons are saying here is that, well, Kyle Pitts, he's a future Pro Football Hall of Famer. Well, maybe. But, I mean, tight ends don't win you Super Bowls. Tight ends don't get you to Super Bowls. It's all about the quarterbacks. So what about the quarterback? All right, this is what the Falcons are essentially saying. They're saying that, well, even though Matt Ryan is 36, he's a future Pro Football Hall of Famer, and he's got a few more years left. Okay, well, let's go to 1B, Brett Favre, 1991. The reason the Falcons back then in 1991 said that we can let this Brett Favre guy go is because, we got this Chris Miller guy. Chris Miller had just spent 1991 going to the Pro Bowl. Chris Miller was 26, a decade younger than Matt Ryan, by the way. All right, Chris Miller, he's going to be around forever. But you know what? Chris Miller at 26 back then barely made it past 30 in the National Football League. I mean, Chris Miller was about as fragile as a saucer full of nitroglycerin with you walking around on your tippy toes. I mean, there was one stretch where Chris Miller had 5 concussions within a year. He was out of here, okay? So, whatever became of this Brett Favre guy, he leaves here in Atlanta, 16 straight years. He was a starter for the Green Bay Packers, hardly ever left the lineup, all right? Took him to 2 Super Bowls, won one of them, was a National Football League most valuable player 3 years. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah, that Brett Favre. Okay? Justin Fields. Justin Fields, we know he's got a great arm. He's got great legs. He can thrill. He did all that at Ohio State. All right? Justin Fields, who's also from up the road here at Kennesaw, Georgia. And I'll tell you why all that's significant. The dirty little secret is the Atlanta Falcons have a problem with attendance. They've had Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Spent $1.5 billion for that thing with the help of taxpayers. And the first year they did okay because people like, shiny new objects, people came to see that. But prior to the pandemic, the last 2 years when they had full attendance, quote unquote, they had a bunch of no-shows. All right, so, I mean, it was so bad that coming into this season, right now the Falcons have all these gimmicks just to try to get fannies into those seats. Stuff like if you purchase like a club seat or something along these lines, you're going to get the free tickets to away games and like Waffle House for the rest of the year. Something like that. Okay. Whereas if they would have just gotten Justin Fields, they wouldn't have to worry about any of this silliness. So, I think about this. Even though you had Brett Favre going to the frozen tundra Lambeau Field, my guy, okay, that was his place, okay. He went there, and I'm sure the ghost of Vince Lombardi was very happy that Brett Favre was in Green Bay and that the Falcons blew it with that deal, all right. But Vince Lombardi was a football guy. He liked good football, all right. So I think Vince Lombardi is looking back right now at what the Falcons just did with the silliness by taking a tight end with that fourth pick overall in the NFL draft and passing on the franchise quarterback. Vince Lombardi, that ghost right now, he's saying to himself,
What the hell's going on out here?
This is my falsetto, wicked potion with the slow pour. This is my addiction, make me wanna go for more. Pale